Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Counter-Strike Confederation. We're here tonight a little bit later. We had a few games, but we're only going to be streaming this one. We have a contender game here, Fraggin Frogs versus the Cheetahs. Two very similar teams. I'm joined tonight by Mr. DirtSchlurpy. How are we doing, sir?
I am doing very good tonight. Thank you, Mike. I actually played for the SAV Cheetahs last season, so I'm very excited to cast their game. They have a revamped roster, but it's always fun to see your former team succeed.
Always fun indeed. A little bit of bias, maybe. We'll see what happens as this game goes on. But, it's always exciting to see where your team is now, especially since you have parted. I don't have to worry about that as I've never actually played in Counter-Strike Confederation. I remain on the casting crew and keep my talents where they belong. But speaking of talents, we have a lot of talented players here tonight, especially, on a map like Inferno, which brings me to explain to y'all, we are playing on Inferno tonight. If we take a look, Schlurpy, something you've probably looked at both of these teams, only one of them really plays on Inferno, and that's going to be the Fraggin Frogs. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, Fraggin Frogs, they're going to have the advantage with the experience. I know a few of these players on SAV don't really enjoy the map, but they have a strong IGL and Wanderer, so I'm confident in their ability to adjust and learn these their tendencies, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle for them. Yeah, I'm not too sure of the record of the Fraggin Frogs, but the Cheetahs have been doing fairly decently tonight, so we should see a strong showing from them at least.
All right, and that's definitely something. A strong IGL to rely on is definitely good. But let's talk about the disparity in ratings here. We see a 0.88 against a 0.98, and I don't know about you, Schlurpy, but when it comes to statistics, especially in a game like Counter Strike, a 0.1 rating difference entirely is a pretty large disparity.
Yeah, point one, definitely a big difference, but yeah, I mean, Sav is playing with a sub tonight, Sock. He is a member. He has been on Sav before. He won a championship with the recruit team, actually. So even though they might be at a disadvantage rating wise, they're gonna have the chemistry, as a lot of these players have been playing together for multiple seasons. So I'm confident in their ability to spread the wealth, you should say. So not one person's getting more rating than the other.
I see. I see. Well, a lot of cohesion is definitely a good thing to look forward to, especially when you have a sub, something that can usually diminish the talents of a team. But yeah, so it's interesting to take a look at that rating difference. It's interesting to see that the Cheetahs haven't really played on Inferno at all, from what I'm looking at here. So it seems like this might be an interesting game. We're coming in with kind of an unknown when it comes to the Cheetahs. I mean, you played on the team. What would you say their history is on Inferno?
Inferno last season, it was a little bit of a struggle. We barely beat one of the teams that was towards the bottom, and then we lost on the map in the playoffs. So it's not a strong historical map. That'd be more Sav Nubis.
All right.
Um, but yeah, so they're starting out on the T side here. It is a slightly T-sided map, so we're gonna see how strong they are, pretty much immediately.
Yeah, and going with dualies, never a bad choice, especially in this Counter-Strike 2 meta. We're seeing the dualies a lot more on this CT side. We got two P2000 players we don't see too often. It's something I love to see personally. Pavix is going to be out here with the dualies, a little bit of B pressure, but they're going to fall off. Pavix looking for that information. He's probably made the call at this point. You have quite a respectful setup here. Wander is going to take a little bit of flack there from Barrels. Pavix going for the repeat. Kind of a crazy play. Wander is creeping up ever so slightly. Banana control is so important early in these games. Now, a lot of space has been found through apps. Things are slowing down, though. Just looking for those picks, finding that information. Leadbone working up mid, and this looks like it's going to end here on A with all this space. A split is in order, but can they take Arch? But look how far up Banana Wanderer is. He's trying to keep these players here, and it's going to work out to perfection. Bino now walking onto the side. Pit player found. He goes down to Chronos. Bino activates. One taken down from Ninja. EQZ tries to go huge, and now we have a 2v2 retake situation. Leadbone planting in dark. The Cheetahs have a lot to work with here. This could be absolutely tragic.
I'm pretty confident in Leadbone here. He is known as Pistolbone throughout the CSC server because he is pretty dominant on these pistol rounds. But the CTs have the health advantage as they have two players on near full health. They're slowly creeping onto the server. Get the first kill. It's in a 1v1, and Leadbone manages to clutch it out, getting both kills in the 2v1, and that is exactly why we call him Pistolbone right there.
Absolutely tragic end on that retake. You would have thought Pavix had it there, but just those bullets, they didn't hit their mark, and that one shot from the Glock at that range took down Pavix and secured a first round and a large amount of momentum for this Cheetah squad.
Yeah, it looks like Fraggin Frogs are going for a nade stack here. It's a little bit, maybe a little aggressive play right off the rip. Something I wanted to mention, SAV played that round really slow. You saw them splitting 2 players Banana and 3 players towards apps, just taking their time trying to get onto these bomb sites. I think it's a little bit of a foreshadowing of what's to come. They might want to just play it slow and fight for map control as they're finishing up this heat round here, and Lizzie misses the Zeus. How unfortunate. But we're going to go into our first gun round here with a strong 2-0 advantage. Looks
Yeah,
like
the full save is no doubt a great call, especially, I mean, honestly, with the amount of people that died in that first round, a force could have gone either way, but a full save secures a good buy on round 3 here, and it looks like the Fraggin Frogs are going to be carrying that good buy across the board. Lissy sticking with the SMG, opting for more util. We'll see how that works out. An early mid-flash, trying to take a little bit of control, most heading for the Banana here. Looks like we have an authentic util. They are waiting. Here comes out Sock, shut down by Pavix, and now completely stopped. They rotate onto site. No one coming through Speedway yet. Calling the bluff. They are still waiting outside this B site, smoking. Common CT smoke, but they're not going to keep in mind that flower pot position. So important to have a lineup for that, especially even in these contender games where we see people play it so often.
SAV still just playing it slow. They wanted to go for that aggressive banana control, but they weren't able to get it. You know, dropping Sock and Kronos is down to basically a one-shot. And they're really slowing it down, just trying to work picks, but it doesn't seem like Fraggin Frogs are really able to give them anything. You can see even Skiffle's playing this weird arch angle back towards CT, just trying to be a fast rotator, and looks like we might have some action here. Wander able to take down Pavix, leaving one guy alone on the B side, but as we mentioned, Skiffle's on that fast rotate. Be very hard. Oh, Binu is able to take out Ben.
Ben tried to get the job done, took down Leadbone, but now they have the site yet again. A 3-on-2 on Inferno is about as even as a 4-on-3 on like a Mirage A, so we'll see what ends up happening. Lissy throwing the flash out, no one to work off of it. Pretty interesting decision, but Skiffle's taking the tip of the spear here. Lissy walking under Wander. He's got a great position, takes down one, can't get the other, and that is the B site capitulating to the Fraggin Frogs as they take the first round for them on the game.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid round from Fraggin Frogs. They did lose the site, but you saw they were rotating pretty well. They got the early advantage and didn't want to overextend it, didn't really want to give up their 5v4. They played it slow and let the T's come to them, which you'd like to see. But they lost a couple gunfights, and that's the only real reason why the T's were able to get on the site there. But great retake for them. You saw them playing off each other, using their util. Strong performance from them, and looks like the T's might have a better buy, though, going into this next round. You see three MP9s.
All those eliminations, you've got to hope that they can provide for their team, after those 2 early wins. I mean, it's effectively a standard setup here, but they are going to be absolutely screwed next round based on this. Based on how much. Look at the spray from Pavix, finding a little bit of damage there. Wander gets taken down to 40, Sock to 71. A great nade onto Pavix, and that is just absolutely phenomenal util usage here in Banana yet again, slowing them down, transitioning back to the site, looking towards the flower pot boost here. But look at Leadbone in mid. Waiting. Pavix boosted, low health, great call. I mean, we're seeing an absolute class act from these B players. I'm not sure what the intention was of that smoke.
Yeah, I
save that.
But I saw that on minimap too. I was really confused why they threw that.
Leadbone started to break through here. That Molly's going to push him out right into the line of sight of Lissy here, who's ready to Absolutely snap. Pulls out the nade, an interesting choice, falls back, plays a better off angle, and in abs, EQC trades out a little bit of damage with Bino, goes for the repeak. I'm liking the aggression, and ladies and gentlemen, we are working our way through mid here. Bomb has now made it through bracket, heading towards lane, led by Lizzy, takes the spray, hits a dink, but it's not enough. Traded out by EQC. Can Bino find this move through abs? It would be absolutely endemic success here. EQC finds one, goes for another, but the conversion can't happen. Skiffle in Ninja. Once finds Wander, but can he find the op of Kronos? This would be huge. Kronos just has to hit this shot, and he cannot. Skiffle transitions to a different one and goes down, traded out. Now a 1v1 situation. Ben versus Sock. Sock's gonna stick it. He doesn't have the time. He got off the bomb. This time, bro, he has to get the kill, and he does. But it doesn't matter. The timing was not there. And now a 2-on-2 scoreline, neck and neck.
Oh my gosh, I thought he had that. I really thought he
thought it was
killed
perfect.
them.
I really did, yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, that was a crazy finish to that round there, taking A site versus 4 players on the site. They're able to get the trades, just not in time. You hope Kronos hits that op shot maybe next time, maybe you should try to wallbang him there, but he's one of the stronger operators in the tier, I believe, and he just makes a close range miss that might have cost him the round now.
And here goes for Free Fire. Walks into the molly, but with 7 health. Somehow still alive. A nade could end his life for this round, and this is not good. You're sitting behind the smoke you already cleared. No one's pushed up, and it happens to be a T-smoke to take control as they work the bomb alone through this T-smoke here on Banana. No one pushed up towards bracket. The emptiness of alt mid could easily be exploited by the CT side as things slow down. They're waiting on the smoke, and there it goes. Wander going with a standard, I believe to be a new box molly, depending on where he's aiming the ball. That's a huge pick from Kronos. That opens up the B side. You have to hope for heroics for Pavix, who's left in such a shit situation. Now sitting in this molly, swings out, gets one. Can he get another? The spray is there, gets a second. And such low health on Sock, such low health on Leadbone. Things could go poorly so quickly with a nade on EQZ. 3v3 retake. You know Pavix is sitting there. One is low. Guys, you got this. As they head into church, this smoke buys so much time with 40 seconds to defuse. A 20-second smoke can mean such a large difference, but it's going to be gone unless he finds one. The aggression is there. Just one bullet for Leadbone. Gets taken down. Kronos trades out, and now EQC cannot match the op on Kronos. An ace from Kronos. A phenomenal round at that.
What a play from Kronos there, getting the 1v3, I believe it was, if not 1v2. What crazy shots, redeeming himself from that last round and inflicting a major economic disadvantage over on the CTs. Yeah, originally I was really excited for Frog there. They had the 3v3 with a massive health advantage. 2 players were like under 10 HP, and they had full rifles. I thought they'd be able to take that round, but Kronos' star opping ability is really shown right there.
When you lose a round like that, you have to eco, and this is such an interesting situation they found themselves in. 3 stacking inside of abs with 1 to bait the aggression. I mean, it's definitely an interesting play, but look, they are aggressive. Space found through mid. EQZ can't provide. You don't expect it, though, and that's what happens. You now got a Galil to work with, but with 3 players in bracket, you know that there's 1 more in abs. You don't know where the other one is, so why are they choosing B? It's an interesting question, no doubt, but maybe they think they're walking into a stack. Alone comes Wanderer, wandering up Banana with the bomb, clearing ever so fervently, unknowing of what awaits. 2 players in phenomenal off angles. 2 players in both angles where they can fall off and buy so much time. But when both other players on the CT side are sitting where they are, Ben has to activate here. 2 big shots, gets the legs, hits the body. It's such a hard retake, especially with what you've been left. But Kronos, yet again, finding impact. Leadbone shutting down these B-sided players as this bomb is going to be going down. Low health on Leadbone, but with Kronos on an op, such a hard task to accomplish.
They should know he can't be church by now. This is an interesting hold by them. They had Leadbone watching the cross, so they know he can't be there, but electing to hold that angle anyway, as these CTs are creeping up on the site. Kronos gets one. He spots the second.
He gave it away there. That was your chance, Skiffle. But right now, the only thing you should be focused on is getting out alive. You need to get these exits, and you need to wrap this round up. This off angle, though, takes down Leadbone. He jumps out, and Kronos might just make it away with his life. It would be huge for his team, but this bomb will do the rest of the job. A one round, but a tragic win for the economy, for the Cheetahs. Some would call that Fearic, Mike.
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know what SAV pays Kronos, but they should definitely double his salary because he is bailing him out of these tough situations. That was against an eco round, and it ends in a 2v2 retake. Gotta pay a little bit more attention there. They're not checking the boost. You know it's an eco round, and you throw the smoke that doesn't block off the boost. You just gotta pay attention to those sort of things. And then not to mention, they lost a gunfight to a 5-7, like 2 players on site. So just keep your head in the game. The game is not out of reach yet for the CTs to crawl back in.
Follow a player up on Forge. Gets a little bit of impact. The spray through from Skiffle finds its mark. Smoke for Arch, but no one pushing through it. EQZ finds Leadbone, and this is a scattered attempt at an A-take from the Cheetahs. Bino now working through. Skiffle might just find the timing, and he will, but the spray is not there. Absolutely tragic. EQZ cleans up with the nade. Bino's so low and gets taken down. Now a 1v3. Is it possible? Yeah, because it's Kronos now in a 1v2 against Ben. Kronos has so much to gain here. So much he could do for his team yet again, but the off angle fails. EQZ to clean up, just like he did moments before. EQZ, an absolute menace that round, finds 2, wins the round, keeping the Fraggin Frogs in the game. Schlurpy.
Yeah, like I said last round, Kronos is just having a star performance right now, and the rest of his team is just not really backing him up. Unfortunate timing on Bino, not really going to shame him there. A guy pushed through the smoke, you're never going to be ready for that one. That was a wild play that almost paid off, and one Fraggin Frogs the round straight up right there. But unfortunately not able to convert the kill. As we're going to a Tech 9 app rush.
Definitely into a force here, an interesting one at that. Kronos is trying to prep for the op in the future, a well-minded player, no doubt. Lissy throwing down a interesting molly there. It's actually going through the wall, unless I'm missing something there. I think it's gone through the wall, but here's EQZ. He is opening up to quite the situation. Takes such low damage. The nade will be perfect. The molly will negate the rush, and now you have 4 players in abs completely surrounded. Full banana control. This is falling apart for these Cheetah players. Alert smoke. Straight out comes Bino. Leadbone follow. They are walking out. EQC takes down 1. Lizza finds another. Ben cleans up socket with 1 player left using a Glock. You can only hope that maybe you find 1 there, but with 3 kills on EQZ, it's just not meant to be.
I think Fraggin Frog's experience on this map is really showing through right there. EQZ getting 1 kill, then just dumping his utility and falling back into pit where his teammate can help him. That's a high IQ play right there. You love to see that from him. He hasn't been... He got a triple kill right there, so he went from like the middle of his pack right to the top frag. And just a great play from him, really. Not too much to say for SAV going forward. You know, they're on a double save, looks like right now. You know, they forced last round, and now they're just kind of buying a single deagle out on Kronos here.
And but this is part of the risk you take. You take so many rounds early on, you lose too many later. You're going to be in situations like this, but a four scoreline half on a T-sided Inferno, typically, especially in CSGO, was an absolute W across the board. However, in CS2, we're seeing a lot more close games. And what seems to be happening here is Cheetahs are just eating util. That is such a great nade for Havoc. You see why this team has played this map 3 times inside of the Contender League, and they have come out victorious 2 out of those 3 times. Because this team seems to know what they're doing, and we are starting to see them wake up a little bit. Can Kronos turn that around? He's been the magic touch. He's been who you call to fix the problem. All the right angles. CPI is so low, which is how he hits some of these shots, I suppose. Now bomb's going to be going down. This full save. So interesting that they've let them get this bomb down, and now a 3v3. This could go any way. What you have, and when you get caught out by Lissy, Leadbone was taken down. 2 nades for the back. EQZ takes damage, and now Kronos is shut down. All eyes on Wander with a Glock. It's so tough to bring it to fruition, and it will not happen.
Good retake by Fraggin Frogs there. However, how do you let the players take the site there? It's a full eco with 1 deagle and maybe a Tech 9, I'm not too sure. But they're able to get 2 kills and a bomb plant through B. You'd hope they'd be able to shore that up, shore that defense up. If I'm Cheetahs, I'm going right back at them in this round. If we're able to get there on an eco, we can definitely get there on a gun round here. So you'd hope they do a little bit better than that. I'd like to point out, the player playing Grill has died in the retake multiple times now. For the T's, you want to see them stop playing that position. They're just getting caught off guard.
A lot of times we see these post plans fall flat. It's because of reasons like that. People aren't working together. They're not playing the strength.
Yeah.
They're not mindful of the timing. And sadly, that's just something we're going to see in this tier of gameplay. It's something that happens. It's something obviously they're going to have to work on. But for a team that's been reportedly workshopping this map, I'm not really seeing too much evidence, which makes me question how it was before, right? Because they are 5-4. This is a valiant experience, or a valiant attempt, no doubt. But I definitely see a world where the Cheetahs, especially based on their CT side, could absolutely take this home. I think this is a very even game thus far, and it's been an absolutely enjoyable watch.
Like I mentioned, if I'm the T's here, I'm going right back to B, and it looks like that's what they're about to do. And execute should come out here just in a second. I'm not sure what the utility looks like. The CTs don't have any smokes or mollies. This is going to be they're not going to be able to stop this.
Possibly what you can do with these 2 nades and a flash could absolutely change fate. But when you get picked by Kronos, who's already found so much space throughout this round, Kavix hops out, but he gets shut down. Kronos finds another on track for an ace yet again. But if I'm a CT, I am saving here. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, retakes on Inferno. We all know how it is. It's even on a 3v3, it's pretty difficult. If you're down with this 4v2, it's just not worth it, especially when your money's not looking good as theirs is. They're able to get a buy going into the next round with these 2 guns saved, especially this op. It's going to be very important. But shout out to Kronos there, again, getting another triple kill. He is putting the team on his back here, saying, we're not going down without a fight.
Kronos, I'm not sure the history behind Kronos. I do remember the name from a few preseason games. The Hopper's going to get spotted there. Ulysses going to miss the first shot. Slightly off the body, hitting a leg, but this game has just been an absolute smoke show for Kronos here. He's up to 15 kills. Just absolutely holding it down, finding a 4th. Imagine he finds that 5th. 2 aces in 1 game, up to 16 kills, 152 ADR, and this is Kronos' world.
He is putting out a superstar performance right now. Yeah, there's not much to really say. He's just the best player on the server right now.
Kronos has found so much impact through mid up until this point. That nade going through, and look at Ben just absolutely ready for it. Moving the op at B side is so important because you'll never expect it, especially after a mid play. Shut down. They shouldn't have the money, but look at Bino finding 2, evening, tipping the scales. That flash is going to go out, and they are rushing this A side, trying to beat the timings. But it looks like one's going to make it out. Skittle just has to find. Skittle has to find 1 here. Can he get 2? A dink is great to work with, especially against these players. But look at Kronos activating next to Arch, and this is not good for Ben. This is automatically a save in most tiers of gameplay. But can Ben work some magic?
Next round's last. You got to get out of here. If they hunt you here, you're dead, but I don't think they end up will. But you got to say this. Yeah, it looks like he's going to commit to that decision right now. Oh, we might have a duel here.
He's playing so aggressive. Ben has to be able to hear the scope. He's going to hear that footstep. He's getting hunted. Ben is now in one of the worst spots possible. He'll find 1, though. Does he know about the 2? Pinchering him at this moment in time. Gets out barely, but you can't close that angle, Ben. It's 1 or nothing. 2, and you'd be a legend. A flash goes out. He's full blind. The free fire from Bino is so solid. He will shut down this play, get Kronos another op, and secure a solid half.
Bino with the triple kill there, getting 2 entries. I played with Bino last season. He is a joy to play with. He is the guy that knows every single piece of util in the game, and I am not joking about that when I say that. You hand him anything and say, I need a flash or I need a frag, he will hit it every single time. He's more of a support player, but it's great to see him frag right there.
No doubt about it. His lurks have been absolutely exquisite. Look at Pavix taking all this damage. They're playing so close on Banana. Such a risky play. They're stuck with 2 SMGs. This is what's going to happen. They know there's setup too. There's not been a 3-man setup this whole game, and why would there be now? Wanderer clearing the B site. No util to work with, and this is an absolute catastrophe for the Fraggin Frogs. So much momentum found, and now things have fallen so far. As Wanderer is on Skiffle's scent.
Wanderer needs to be real careful right here. This could lose in the round if he dies.
Good, but against CP9, you gotta be able to track, and he's going to find Lissy. Lissy can find Leadbone. If was the question, but it's not gonna happen. EQZ with an AK, a player that has brought impact many times before, gives away his location, finds the player, but his spray's not there, goes for a transfer, and Kronos has to hit this shot. He won't do it though. Can the P2000 finish this out for the Fraggin Frogs? But you don't have the time, you don't have the damage, and GG on the half. That's gonna be 7 for the Cheetahs.
I said going into this, the SAV's going to show out how good they are on their T side, and we can see they are performing very strong here. Managing to pick up 7 rounds. It is slightly T-sided, but, you know, that middle part of the game when the Fraggin Frogs won 3 in a row there, I was a little bit worried for them, worried they weren't going to be able to recover the half, but behind Kronos' op and clutch ability, they are pulling out a strong performance here.
Strong performance, no doubt, but things can change so quickly if the pistol goes the way of the Frogs. I mean, even a 9-5 is something you can work back from, but on an Inferno T side, if you're not prepared, I think you'll get caught lacking. In the Cheetahs, we'll see what they can provide here. The op needs to get in Kronos' hands as fast as possible. That's something we've seen for sure. A smoke given over to a solo B player. Such an interesting call. But honestly, one that I might take into my playbook. That's actually not a bad idea, especially on a pistol round. You can dissuade people from pushing that B site so easily, depending on the team. Look at this,
Something I want to quickly mention here, though. SAV only has 2 players with armor, and versus Glocks at close range, this is going to be a very difficult fight for them.
Difficult fight, but look at this. So much pressure put through Banana, but take a look here at Apps. This is exactly what you want to see from a team that has been preparing for something like this. They put all that pressure on Banana. They found out in mid. Lissa's out of Apps, and this A site's actually in trouble here. But when Kronos finds one, things get thrown up in the air. A 3v3 with bomb going down. It's what you want. Leadbone takes down EQZ, Lissy, and Skiffle. In a 2v3 situation, you have to play across here. There's no other way about it. You can buy so much time on site, but if your lane is left open, if you throw away that position, then things fall apart quickly. Lissy gets a gush. Can Lissy finish? No, it's not going to happen, and that is not good for the Frogs. What looked so elegant, so clean, a plan, an execution, falls flat before it really even reaches its peak.
Yeah, great retake by SAV there, able to catch the player mid, and then able to work back, working together, able to isolate the fights with the guy on site and the guy on pit. Really nice stuff from them, winning both pistol rounds here, so they should have, I think what the statistic is, like a 70% chance to win this game now. But let's see, the Fraggin Frogs are forcing up with a Scout, Galil, a couple Mac 10s. So if Cheetahs lose this round here, they're going to be forced into a double eco, so they have to win this round right here.
I mean, forcing on the bomb down. If they get the bomb down, they can force it again, but it's going to be 3 straight trash buys. So you got to win this round, no doubt about it. Walking into the is so tough. Find one and even trade with the information you have now means you need to head to that A site. It's not going to happen. Look at this util pushing so many players off. No space found through mid. This is not good. It's not what you want. Another smoke buys enough time to question where these players have moved to. All these players in mid are waiting to find something in this A site, and the setup they have leaves the mid player with nowhere to go. That's a good move right there from Kronos. Falling back, he now understands the situation he's put himself in. A peek from Sock. He's going to see an empty banana, and this is when you push this banana right now. So much information on both sides. But no one seems to be calling. It makes you wonder what is going on the Fraggin Frogs. Are you aware of who the IGL is?
The IGL, ooh. I would assume Ben, but that is a complete shot in the dark. Something of note here, SAV only has one smoke, while Fraggin Frogs have three, two now. One now, I should say. Put up the site.
Giving the site up quick is going to be an absolute misplay. EQZ swings out, but Sock's ready for him. And now, the bomb goes down with so many players in such key places. You have to keep an eye on Sock here. If he can find another, it would be so huge for him. As that smoke is going to cut off the rest of them from sight. They're worried about Banana. They have no reason to believe everyone is coming from TT. The flash goes out. The scout hits its shot. Vino is up in a great spot here. Finds one with Kronos. That's going to be from Banana now. 1v1 situation. Scout against the Kronos SMG. And what a shot from Lissy. Absolutely beautiful, but... Oh, no, yeah. I thought Lissy was CT for a minute. That's going to be it. I mean, that was something right there.
Wow, we haven't had his chance to say his name a lot this tonight, but Lizzie, with a star 3K performance right there. That last shot was absolutely filthy. Something about Lizzie you might not know. Lizzie actually was cut from the Savannah Prospect team last season, so this might be a little bit of a revenge game for him.
A little storyline, okay.
Yeah, I bet that felt real personal and real nice. He didn't play with any of these boys. Maybe Deckel, who's not here tonight, Sox replacing him, but yeah, just a little bit of a revenge storyline going on.
Revenge is always nice. Fragging seem to be finding their form. A deep mid push, a full push on an eco from these CT-sided players. They haven't cut off the bomb though, so it's going deals. Especially with that smoke. That smoke actually works out so well, but look at Ben finding all three in one mag. Just what a play from Ben, working his way from the lurk position, clearing out the rest of the guys from deep mid. And that is one hell of a round. I mean, it was a great attempt from the Cheetahs, but it falls flat against the setup of those Fraggin Frogs.
You know what they say, there's not a better feeling than getting some eco frags, and that's what those were right there. They may have had a little bit of a force buy with the MP9s, but they had no helmets, and Ben was able to just dink them all, getting them down real low, real fast. Like I mentioned, SAV, they lost the second round, so they're on a double force here. Oh my gosh!
Talk about someone a little bit out of their league here. Kronos finds the one tap on Ben from bracket all the way down to the bottom of T ramp. What a shot. And with two people watching it with ops, it makes you wonder why Kronos gets away with his life there. But it's something we'll have to find out on a different day. Take a look here at B. What an interesting way to hold it. Even on an eco. Completely open. Just the slightest intuition.
If you're going to stack one player on a site, it better be Kronos. I mean, I didn't even realize that. He's 22-11.
Yes, indeed. He's got a 2.0 KD right now.
Looks like he did the call out. Oh, they're just going to
This would be his time to shine. Kronos with the deagle. They're walking out. Fireworks from this player, but we just watched 6 go right past the guy.
Well, you know, you can't hit a shot like that down mid without having returned to normalcy a little bit right there, and he misses a couple. It's fine. It's a full save. You're not too worried about losing this round. Oh, maybe not. They have a man advantage now.
And a gun away. The pre-fires are coming out from the Galil. This is certainly something. They're going for it. They got the bodies to waste on it. Op's going to be found out. They're worried about the rest of the players. USP clears, and that's going to be everyone that you don't want to die, but Lissy looks so clean with that op, taking down 3 eco frags, and the final one being on Bino. And that's going to be an 8-8. They have brought it back, Schlurpy.
I don't know why Lissy's giving up the op. He just hit 6 kills in 2 rounds, basically.
Give him the op.
Yeah, I mean, Lizzie, new box. There might be, having to be discussions now. Is he the MVP when you put him in new box? Every round, what is this? He's defending this site like an insane flex both rounds.
You know, and we always come across these players, these part-time oppers who pick up an op and just provide, but now we see why Ben got handed the op. Finds a star player on this Cheetah squad who's been kind of squandered these last few rounds ever since that Deagle incident, we'll call it. Maybe confidence has been chipped just slightly on Cronus. Pavic sprays through, finds Dino, gets walked out, and look at this B site. It's been completely annihilated. This is what you need to do. You have to hit this B site hard and fast because you're guessing there's only one player there. Wander misses the timing on this spray, and this is a save.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised he even stuck around this long. I thought he was going to run back to A side as soon as Binu got killed there, but he's deciding to stick around. This is very dangerous. They need these guns. They don't have a lot of money. He's listening to my advice right now as he slowly fades off, but what happened that round? They went for an aggressive pick down mid. You know, your opera's playing well. I like that play. It just didn't go his way. And then Binu gets shot through the smoke. That's just like an unlucky round, I feel. Like a 50-50 that doesn't happen.
But, indeed. But, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You pretty much got it all up until that point. The save is the right call, no doubt. I mean, if you find some exits, take a look at Wanderer here. Fighting for his life. The op helps out. There it is. We're waiting for that. Oh, no, but Wanderer and Sako down to EQZ. Will Ledbone lose the op? Just a little bit of time. Thank goodness. Ledbone is telling himself.
That was the longest 8 seconds of his life. You know it. That is always the worst fear as an opera, just hearing the team run you down as they're spamming you, knowing that you can't kill them all, but you have to wait out this short little period of time so you can drop your op to the star player. Kronos, I think he's going to go for a fast B pick here, not giving up his aggression. He's saying, yeah, you got the best of me last round, but this round's a whole new one. I'm going to kill you guys and show you the good.
Personally, I'm not really sure about this. Kronos has thrown multiple rounds away where he could have been buying, you know, the op, but you choose for a normal buy next round instead of the op buy. Going for a hero M4. Look at that timing, though, found by Bino. This is huge. Kronos needs to come in support, but he hasn't moved from the spot. He's fading Bino, but the shot for Bino! Oh my god! The P250, he's still alive, and he gets another! How do you let him get 3? This is absolutely unseen. Kronos misses an op shot. What is this round? Everything that we know is falling apart right in front of us.
And Ledbone got a 5-7 kill across the map, so this is the last player left. He's pinched. They know where he is.
Could Lissy bring it back? The aggression is completely unnecessary. You have 2 on either side. He is completely trapped. Time is your greatest ally as the molly goes out. He knows where these players be. Goes for the spray. A transfer is there. And now Ledbone could throw this away. That nade finds its mark, and this is not good. But Lissy backtracks. Unbeknownst to the CT players, Cheetahs could throw this one away. Lissy could clutch this. With 34 seconds, the A side is left completely open. The call comes in from Kronos. I think he's still there. Wanderer, and now that util will give away the situation. Wanderer now trying to find Lissy. With only a P250, what was so clean has now been thrown up in the air. Lissy in a 1v2 situation, playing the strongest position on the A side. So much to clear. It almost guarantees a 1v1.
There's no kit.
There is no kit, no time. And such a hard position to clear. There's so many angles. Wander is playing so aggressively to find the information. Kronos is set up in the right spot. But can they find it? Now Lissy just has to wait for a tap against an op. You have to hope. You have to pray that he's going to peek, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. And you have to peek, but there's no time, and Lissy's done it.
That is brutal. You go into that round not expecting much. You have a couple pistols and an op, and then Binu gets 3 somehow, dodging the bullet sandbags with the missed shots. And then you're in a 4v1, and you keep peeking for some reason.
You know,
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I can't give you the rhyme. I can't give you the reason, but I can tell you one thing. If you're not giving me attack timeout after that round, you're throwing.
That was what I was about to say right there.
If you're not taking a minute to breathe after that one, then you either have the strongest mental, or we're about to see some of the worst Counter-Strike yet. Ledbone pushed up through bracket here. Playing an aggressive... I've never seen this high of a mid-smoke, but it works for this alt-mid pick.
Yeah, typically if you're going to play that angle, you play from the right side so they can't spam you there. A little bit of a misstep from Ledbone there, and actually cost him 70 HP. I mean, play from the right side, not the left side. My bad.
No doubt about it. Opens you up to that T-ramp spam. Skiffle's going to find Cronus. And This is not looking good for the Cheetahs yet again. A man down early. Havoc puts down a smoke, but he's looking towards Banana. They almost want to rotate off of this. They have to wait on the smoke. That nade doesn't really find any damage. Ben gets taken down a little bit to an M4 headshot. I mean, this could work out. The Cheetahs have to go huge here on the A side, but with no support, Leadbone not in a position he can easily get away from. Especially under this onslaught that we've seen from these Fraggin frogs. They've been so fast so many times, but look at the lineup! Oh. Leadbone takes down 3. 6 health to work with. This is absolutely exquisite. Leadbone has brought his team back into the mix with just 1 play. Ben now holding the inevitable arch peek. Look, they're going for a double. Missed op shot. A ding. Didn't do what I said it would, but Ben finds 1. Looking towards B. Doesn't have the palm and chooses to throw that op right away. But look, there's an op right there. Yeah. You want to throw that one away too, don't you, Ben? But they're not going to let you do that. And that's going to be a 9-10 scoreline. Cheetahs finally back in the mix.
Just when we thought they were done, they pull us back in. Leadbone with the triple spray down with the 1 mag M4A4. Those 10 extra bullets really coming into play there. Great way to bring your team back from that terrible round you just suffered. Something weird though, there was a player at B for the CTs that entire time. Even though they had the bomb down on a site, they decided to not rotate a player off. I'm not sure if there's miscommunication happening for them or what.
I mean, I think it's been pretty cool. Look at the speed we have. Oh, hold on a minute. Finds Bino. I wouldn't be expecting it either, especially like that. That is just absolutely insane from Bino. But to touch on your point, something we've seen time and time again from this Cheetah squad is they don't look very comfortable, and there's a reason for that. They don't play this map very often. Word around the street is they've been workshopping, and I mean, these things take time. They take practice. Look at that jump. So aware of Kronos' possible positioning. And this has worked out very well for the T side. Kronos has to go huge. Hits the op shot. Doesn't know about close, but the quick scope is there. Can Kronos find another? He's fired up. That jump through, moves the crosshair. Great plays from Lissy. EQZ. It's going to shut down Kronos in such a phenomenal way that aim is so close to shutting down Lissy. So low on ammo, only 2 bullets. And that's going to be the round. The Fraggin Frogs absolutely clinical in their response to the op on balcony.
Lizzie in the clutch, man. He is just pulling his team up. He's got like what? Oh, I would say like a half his kills have come from the clutch there. He's rocking 18 now. But
no doubt about it. We're starting to see the stars align for this Cheetahs roster, no doubt.
Yeah, strong play from Kronos there, getting the 2. Looks like he split the difference there on the 3rd. Can never really expect more than 2 there. That's great play by him. That's what we need.
Heard so much damage this early in the round. Leadbone cleans up, and look at the CT side. I think we're looking down the barrel of a 12th. That's definitely going to confirm it there. The smoke going down. Leadbone's going to pop it, but it's a little deep. Just deep enough. Sees 1, but sideline, the window he made is just not good enough. Sock and Kronos, 2v4. We've seen heroics this game, and they've been completely due to the movements of the opposing side, but not this round. Fraggin Frogs are awake, and they are fragging.
1 round away from defeat here. Do you call another timeout as the Cheetahs?
It's pretty, I mean, yes, you have 4 timeouts, right?
There we go.
Oh, no,
now they bring it out.
A little late.
They've been throwing a couple of these rounds, losing a couple more players than they need to, or to lose some rounds. You have some players coming alive now, notably Leadbone, Kronos. You've had star plays out of Binu. You just need something happening here. Do you? I think you call a play here. You don't go with the default. I'd say you call a play here. Maybe get aggressive alt mid or something. Throw that phase smoke and then push down to alt mid like we saw earlier. Except actually push maybe. And if you're the Frogs, I think you're just saying, hey, let's just default here. We're better than them on our T side. We can win this 1 round here. And if not, we have plenty of money. We're gonna buy all these rounds.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I mean, this is really the final moment. This is the ultimate point. You have 1 op to work with. I'm not sure why Bino didn't just buy it so that Kronos could have some amount of util here. I don't think their head is in the right space, especially after what we've seen come about these rounds. That Cage is going to find huge damage, but it's an even trade across both. Look how much, though, they are betting on this B take. Pavix swinging out, spraying through, so mindful of the positions of these players and where they have been.
They don't have
Frogs
any
looking
util.
so clean. But yeah, with
There's...
no util on that B site, things are looking scary. No doubt about it. You have to use these flashes. And he's ready for it. Look at that. He's got the pop flash. The self one, too. So both of them can peek off of that. But Pavix just waiting. So confident in his ability. Such a tight angle to react to, especially on such a wide peekable piece. Look at that. Flash goes out. They're reading the timing by the book, but Wander has to hold on to that flash. It is his only hope. All three players just waiting. And they are ready to hit this site fast and hard. No smoke for the CT-sided players. Everything would have to come down to Bino's heroics. Bino takes down one. The flash finally comes out. He goes for the peek, but he flashes his teammate. Wander uses the self-flash to perfection, but doesn't react to EQZ. Now, the Abs Lurk activated, removes himself from Abs. The space is gone, and a full rotation from the Cheetahs could mean that they leave the A side open. But look at this. Sock, the substitute, it hasn't been his best game. But if he could just hold it here, and it looks like it's going to happen with only 6 seconds left, a save is confirmed, and a 10th round earned for the Cheetahs. A change in momentum, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, what a play by Bino there, peeking out and getting, what was it, 2 headshots, just shutting down that push early, and then, you know, Wander coming out with the pop flash, which you had predicted very early on in the round, and able to clean up the third. That was a great defense there with low utility. I didn't think they were going to be able to do it. And then, as you mentioned, they gave up all 4 players stacking towards B there. If they had left right away, the T's would have been able to plant the bomb on A site, but obviously they didn't know that. You only need about 20 seconds to run from banana to A and plant the bomb, so it could have been a close call there.
Could have been, should have been. So now we are on round 23. We are looking at a Cheetah revival in the making. Can they keep up the momentum? Can they stop themselves from falling to a 13-10 scoreline? This would be the round to do it. They have the util, they have the buy, they have no excuse. But playing the same positions, they know it works, but it's so risky, especially with a team like Fraggin Frogs. Any team that's comfortable is always available to adapt. The smoke goes down. Bino can't find the same pick before. That was so endemic to their survival last time. Flashes Pavix, and they are just waiting. They have the util to wait. They have the space to shut down any aggression. A chicken catches flag for no reason. Look at that. Lissy is actually mindful of this porch play. They've seen it before. Wander goes with the flash, but he hears it. Pavix, all too privy to this information. Nate goes out, and now Pavix deploys. Bino gets sprayed through, and the molly cuts off, and now they know EQZ's on the site, and this is not good. The Cheetahs have to provide here. Bino waiting, biding his time in an 1v4 situation. Kronos finds one through the smoke. EQZ gets shut down, and Ben's nowhere to be found. This is the Cheetahs.
Did they just...
straight out of their ass and securing an 11th round. Kronos finding a do-or-die pick through the smoke. I have to see that again. I wish I could, but I cannot. And now 11-12. OT looking almost confirmed with such a whack buy for these T's.
Did the Cheetahs get 3 kills through the smoke on that retake? Like, that was insane.
No, but I think it shook him so bad that the player, or Bino from Church, was just so ready, I guess. Like, he's like, yeah, we got this.
SAV are pulling these rounds out of the hat like a magician. Like, what is happening? These have all felt like they're gonna lose here, and then they managed to pull out a crazy play as Kronos hits a flick. Oh, wow. Able to get away with a fight.
So hot right here. And he has 26 kills. Leadbone finds 1. You gotta find more than that, though, with only 2 players. Kronos, you have to hope, you have to pray that his reaction time is good enough to pass, and it's such a tight angle. He's not really helping himself. He's now been sectioned off. All eyes on the substitute. His plays could mean the world to this team, and this might be the round they let it go. To give away one so freely, to lose it on that, To be able to blame it just on that play would be so crucial for the player. And Pino barely makes it out with his live Lissy misses the shot. This is not looking good, and it's almost confirmed for these Fraggin Frogs. You have an AK to work with, a nade to work with, but you have a hard site to retake, and it's something I have never seen been done. It's 2 angles to come from against an op. He's planted in pit, watching the close, walks past the angle, and he will be traded. EQC's waiting. Perfection is all we saw from the Frogs, and that is going to be the game. 13-11, such a close one from the Cheetahs. Schlurpy, I'm sorry. I know that team means a lot to you, but it seems like it did not work out tonight.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. They threw a couple too many rounds. Nobody that 1v4. But, you know, this is Fraggin Frogs' domain. This is their pond, you know. This is where they come to play and beat teams. They're now 3-1 on Inferno. This is probably their pick in the playoffs if they manage to make it. You know, relatively strong performance from both teams out there. You know, we have multiple players with 20 kills. Chronos not able to reach 30. He cooled off a little bit towards the end there, but still, what a strong performance from Fraggin Frogs. You're walking away happy with that. SAV, you're a little bit disappointed. You feel like you could have won that, especially with those clutch rounds they almost lost at the end of the game. But yeah, strong performance from both teams, but a little bit sloppy towards the end for SAV. Fraggin Frogs, keep doing what you're doing. You look good.
No doubt about it. What a game from these two teams. 11-13 is always a valiant attempt from either, but I think our synopsis at the beginning was very accurate. These two teams, I mean, it came down to the one that was comfortable and the one that was taking a gamble, and I think the gamble, it has potential, no doubt about it. Cheetahs can walk away from this knowing that there is a possibility that they could use this in the future.
And that looks like it's probably going to be it for us tonight. I want to thank you, Mike, for joining me on this wonderful cast. I thank you for the.
Slurpy. I thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you for the wonderful play-by-play. And I hope to see you guys all next week.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Counter-Strike and Federation. Be sure to check us out on Discord, gg.csc, I think. It's Counter-Strike and Federation. Check it out. You guys have a good one.